We're joining Ian and Alan from Meadvale Builders, who are helping out on this project. It's actually being run by the owners of the building, and they're converting this old industrial building into a dwelling. And Alan is helping out doing a bit of battening. Ian's helping out with all various bits and pieces. And the owner, who is a very busy electrician, is getting involved as well when he finds the time. How did they manage to build this building so close to the church?
This is older than the church, isn't it?
Is it?
Apparently, yeah. Yeah, that's what Jamie was saying.
Blimey.
But,
what was this building, do you reckon? The old one, and we know what the church was.
I think it was about 1860, wasn't it, you said?
Yeah, what was it used for?
Oh, it was the Citroen, it was like the workshop for the Citroen garage, which was at the front, where the flats are.
What, you mean before it was a Citroen garage?
Yeah.
Because if it's older than the church, it would have been for horse and cart.
It probably would have been, yeah.
Cars weren't invented when this was built. Just build a garage and wait for cars to be invented.
Yeah, I don't know.
They had motorised horses then.
So they're putting on a breather membrane here, which is the first job. This is very common now. It's really the way to go because you can cut down on the ventilation on the roof. Oh, that's a nice shot. The old hammer tacker. You need a bigger chalk line, mate. Now snapping a string line to get the battens nice and straight, because you can use the battens as a guide, but they do wave about a bit. And then what they're doing now is fly battening, which is basically they don't put every single batten in. They just put enough battens in to let them climb the roof and complete the membrane. And there's the roofer, Tony, who's been at it for years, and his dad was at it for years before him, so they know their way around a few roofs. Bit of slating, bit of tiling, bit of anything they can do. Lead work a lot. And Ian's got the slate scissors here. Nice slate scissors, actually. Much better than mine. And they got a nice hole punch in them as well, which is really good. So this is the eaves course. You put the eaves course on first and then overlap it so you got the bond. Now this is a real pain. This is the collar, the thermal collar that you put around the window. It's a Velux window, but tucking this in under where it's supposed to go doesn't actually leave a lot of room to get the flashing in after that. I don't think it's a very good design, really, and it's little wonder that a lot of these thermal collars finish up on the skip. People just don't like using them.
Good.
So now they're putting on the solar panels, and if you look at these little devices here, these are N phase, and what they are,
I'm just going to plug these in now.
Okay.
is the micro inverters.
Because otherwise you don't want to forget to do it. So once you've done this second one,
Is that?
so this because it's DC, it's going to pick it up straight away, and there'll be a response from the microinverter.
Right, okay.
So that's just a check. You see it's gone orange now,
Yeah.
and then it'll flash red and then green. The red just means there's no AC.
Right.
So
Okay.
they're rapid shutdown, so they won't feed down
Right, okay.
unless there's a feed up, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
And there's no like polarity there, you've got to get right, is it? Just.
Well, the MC4 connectors are male and female, so you can't,
Right, okay,
you can't
so-
get it wrong.
And Jamie's the electrician, the guy in the baseball cap with the long hair. He's an electrician. He's got a very successful
Yeah.
lighting design company as well.
Yeah, lovely.
And then I think 130 is flush with the bottom of that batten.
So he's brought Tom in to help him just set the first couple out, so Tom can just show him.
Right.
Okay, that looks pretty good from here.
Yeah.
And actually, the way it's fallen here, we can get away without taking this batten out.
Sweet, that's handy.
And it looks like you can do the same down there, so it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
So Tom's going to help him get a pair in. So basically, this is a lesson. He's going to leave Jamie to do the rest of them on his own once he's done this pair. Now, those microinverters, they're mounted in that way on that batten because you need to get air all around them. They need air at the top and air at the bottom. And each one of these is an inverter for one single panel. So rather than have a string inverter where you've strung all the panels together, this means that each one is converted to an AC current, a mains current, at the point of generation, if you like, on the roof. So they carry down with a bit of 4mm twin and earth down to the consumable, basically.
Do you want to screw that side in?
So it's a great system because it prevents arcing fires, which are one of the problems you get with string connecting the DC current together. But also, if you've got a shadow on the panel, if you string them all together, all the panels shut down. But with this, they're all individually controlled. So if you do have a bit of shading on the panel during the day, it means that the panels that are still in the sun
36 volts
are going to give you that full output. So you don't lose the whole lot.
Amber. Then green, I think.
So the idea is you plug each one in as you go. And you can test each one. The lights come on, but they're not actually generating power down to, so there's no danger to anybody with this. This is another thing, they're a lot safer with this end phase.
Like at this sort of angle, slide it into this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. And then down. And budge yours over at the top. That's it.
I really like these in-roof panels. They're all flash round. They're much better than putting brackets on the roof, trying to put brackets through slates and dress them and have all the problems of birds getting underneath and all that. Once these are in, they look just like roof windows. They're really smart. I think I'm going to get some of these.
Yeah, so we need our Windoline
Yeah.
and our...
Scraper. So spray
The
that. along
Windoline
there.
is a lubricant. It's not for cleaning the glass.
Spent all my money on soda.
It's just that corner, yeah, that's it.
Up here.
Just that, and then this end. That's it, and now we put this one on to start. So you want to start with one end, so just see if you can push it in a little bit. Make sure it's sat in that seal. And we push up, so we can start your end if you want. So you push it all the way in and just lever it from underneath.
So it
like
just
that.
kicks up over
Exactly.
it.
That should slide in. That's it. Perfect. And then just making sure it's pushed in a little bit.
So that's it.
That is it.
Is that because it deteriorates the seal?
Cool, and then that should sit flush. Sorry, that hangs over.
Yeah, okay, so that is...
So that tag will bend down.
Yeah, cool,
So
yeah.
just make sure it's in line with that.
Yeah, yeah.
What he was saying there was you've got to be careful you don't just use any old lubricant on the seal, because some things will attack the seal over time.
Put this in, then we'll put the gully in.
A really great match, these, for the heritage windows. They got to use those. They're planning consent on this building, this, like, I don't know, listed building, but they're very fussy about what they use.
Yeah.
And I'll push mine in first, okay?
Yeah, okay. So you can really feel it pop when it goes in.
And this basically just stops it falling down.
Okay.
So then I'm going to need you to guide that on the inside.
Yeah.
So that's it, and then we'll stop there. They're little tabs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this foam can be cut down by the slaters if they think it's necessary.
You kind of want to lube it all up on the deck, don't you, and run the life up it.
Yeah, well, but it does dry quite quick.
Oh, does it?
Okay.
Sweet.
We're nearly there.
Yeah.
The hardest bit is the top though.
Is it?
Yeah, it's because you've got to be honest, when it's portrait like this, it's not as bad, but the landscape ones are quite hard. Did you find this chisel as well on the site?
What's that?
Did you find this on the site as well?
No, that's one I adopted many years ago.
Grandad Taylor's.
Yeah. You know Wingham chapter?
Yeah.
I found a little terminal screwdriver from like probably the 70s. Or,
Really?
Yeah, a little like wooden handled screwdriver.
So you've got the fiddly bit there.
Nice thing about it is you really feel it when it goes. Oh, I suppose it can only go so far, can't it? That's it. Yeah, that's it.
We'll do that corner because you're going to lap.
And you say the foam can be cut.
And you've got to try and get that flashing to link with the other flashing.
Yeah.
So let's start on your end because it's the trickiest one. So you can I can see the seal above that. That's fine.
Good?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do this one first, mate. Okay, alright, I'll see you in a sec. I'll come down now. Bye. There we go, and then we can work it in. That's done. Oh, yeah. Alright, you're there now. Okay, come now. Go, coming. Bye.
So that's the solar panels in basically. He's done the rest and they're all just hooked up, ready to connect up, but they don't start generating till you connect them up. It's a really brilliant system. Till you get a feed up, you won't get a feed down. That's a lovely old French slate cutter. You don't see many of those around. And this is the old way of doing it. I was going to say you need your milk crate soon.
I'll go grab it for you, buddy.
if you think that verge overhang is a little bit big, it's because there's another bit of trim to go on the front there. Basically what would be the barge boards, but they're basically rafters, but they will have a bit of decorative trim on them which will cover the batten ends and stick out and support the slates a bit more. And I think what they do with that is you just use a polymer like CT1 or something just under the timber as he pushes it up into place, and that will seal it and stop that. Sometimes you get that capillary action all the way down, and it tends to rot those little trims, but I think if he seals it as he pushes it up and then fixes it in place, it'll be perfect. But anyway, this is just bread and butter stuff, putting these second-hand slates in. Some of them are reused from the roof, but the roof has been altered. They've added a lot of pitched roof, what was a flat roof, and they've changed it to a pitched roof. So Alan's cutting the top course of tiles there, which are basically shorter. And there's Tony. He's using a bit of CT1 or something similar. Probably another one actually. What he's doing is he's just putting a little bit under each slate when he puts that top course on, because you can only kind of top nail that top course. So to stop it lifting, he would either have to clip them or like that modern adhesives. I mean, that's the way to go now really. But it'll stop anything, any wind getting under that leading edge, if you like. It's awkward working there. He's got the roof windows in the way. He's got the solar panels. And now they're trying to get away. They don't really want to rest the ladder on those slates because they are old. They're quite thin. And if you break one, you've got a little problem. Well, it's not that bad. You get a slate rip and take it out and then push one up, put a bit of adhesive underneath it, I think. Gone are the days of using those lead tingles all over the place. So he's easing his way along.